What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a couple of quick duels for you guys to check out. The first duel is going to show you Fortune Lady smacking around the meta. Although, when you look at this objectively, this is not a good Salamangreat opening. I mean, I guess potentially it could be okay if you were going first, because you would maybe normal summon Ladybug, have a couple of answers to hand traps potentially, and then go for Gazelle, get a combo started. You wouldn't get a trap search, but it would be fairly decent. But going second, this can be a pain and a half, especially with the opponent having Solemn Strike. So let's go ahead and roll this, and Fortune Lady are up first. He's going to activate the Future Visions, which is just a super annoying card to deal with because anytime a monster is normal summoned, it gets banished until like the next standby phase. And Fortune Ladies, they're perfectly fine with that because they can just activate effects. Now you can make an argument that maybe he should have went with Fortune Lady Water here because I believe he would have just drawn two cards. Going for Dark gives him a beater, but like I think I would have rather drawn two cards because you could draw hand traps yourself. Anyways, his opponent does not want to summon Foxy, which I probably would have done. I think that he realized, hey, Foxy's just going to get banished, so why just normal summon it? I still would have normal summoned it and just tried to get the search. Maybe you get lucky with something. Anyways, Ash Blossom is going to be used on the Spellbook of Knowledge, but that will be shut down by the Solemn Strike. And now a couple of cards will be drawn since Fortune Lady Light was activated, or she left the field. Her effect tried to activate, but Called by the Grave is going to shut her down. Fortune Lady Water is going to be banished, and this is interesting because I did not know that this worked like this. So Salamangreat Foxy is going to be summoned from the graveyard, and it's going to blow up the Future Visions. Apparently, this means that Fortune Lady Water is just trapped here. She's never coming back. I had no idea that it worked like that, but yeah, apparently if this card leaves the field while one of your guys is banished, it just stays banished. You know what? I guess it's like maybe Starframe Lord Omega, so I guess that definitely kind of makes sense. I just never put two and two together. Anyways, Ladybug is going to search. Tries to get the Salamangreat combo started, but shut down by the summon limits. And if you play Salamangreats, you don't want to see that card. It basically says that you ain't playing no Yu-Gi-Oh! He is going to run over the copy of the Banelinks, and not looking to run over the copy of Foxy yet because your opponent can just activate it from the graveyard to pop your summon limit. You don't want to destroy that until you have to. Effect Veiler will shut down Dark at least for one turn, but she will simply just gain her stats back next turn. He's going to activate the copy of the Foxy in the graveyard, but that's going to be met by Called by the Grave, and this is going to be a Called by the Grave show. Look at this. These guys got Called by the Graves for days. He tries to go Ghost Ogre. He's going to use Called by the Grave on that, so Called by the Grave is just shutting everything down. The problem is Salamangreats can't really play under summon limit. They can't effectively reincarnation link summon, and they just don't really function that well if they only get two summons per turn. Unless it's after they've already comboed out in their first turn. And he really just can't get over this Fortune Lady Dark. It's going to run over the copy of the Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf. That's going to prompt him to summon his fire from the graveyard. She has a built-in Ring of Destruction effect, which means he gets some burn damage and to destroy the monster. And now if you're Salamangreats, it's gut check time. He's going to summon back the copy of Sunlight Wolf. And as Will Smith once said, it's rewind time. He's going to summon all these, well, just two Fortune Ladies from the graveyard, and I think he misplayed here. He's going to activate Water and Fire, but I think he does his Chain Link order wrong. So Chain Link 1's going to be Fire, Chain Link 2 is going to be Water. I think if he reversed that, then he could have chain blocked against an Ash Blossom, but maybe he just assumed his opponent didn't have an Ash Blossom. He did get ashed earlier in the turn. Honestly, it's not going to matter because he's still going to blow up the Sunlight Wolf, and basically the summon limit just says you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play Yu-Gi-Oh! But you can't go crazy, and he has more than enough monsters on field to easily win this game. Second duel is going to be kind of interesting. I believe that we're going to have Thunder Dragon and Goki. This is an absolutely terrible matchup for Goki. In fact, I don't want to say it's unwinnable, but it's pretty damn close. Especially, just look at what the Thunder Dragon player is going to do turn one. This is a fairly standard turn 1 play with Thunder Dragons. Basically, you guys know, drop as many freaking fusion monsters on the field as possible, especially if you're playing against a deck like, Sky Striker. Like, Sky Striker wouldn't be able to beat this board because they only got like one Widow Anchor now, so rest in peps. But we know that Gokis need to search. All of their monsters, for the most part, have searches, and even though he has like a Kaiju, he has a Kamungus, that can only take out one of these Thunder Dragon Colossus. So I looked at this and I was like, all right, GG basically. You better find an evenly match or something off the top of your deck. Get to Monster Reborn. He is going to Kamungus one of them. Okay, fair enough. Goes for Goki Jet Ogre. Then he's going to go Monster Reborn. And check this out. He's actually going to find a way back in this duel. Jet Ogre is going to give his Great Ogre 500 attack. And Great Ogre is debuffing the hell out of these Colossus. Even though he can't run them over, they're not actually a threat at this point because they're losing attack equivalent to their defense, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, these guys are just basically like, they're no more threat to him than a newborn baby. 200 attack, you ain't scaring nobody with that. But he says, Cap, I got a little bit of tricks up my sleeve. I thought he was going to go for a rank 4 play because he had 2 level 4s. I was like, all right, go for Utopia. Nah, I don't even think Utopia double works in this situation, but he could go for like, I don't know, a janky Castell play or something like that. Instead, he's going to go for a Summon Summoner. Bring out a couple copies of the Thunder Dragon Titan, blow up the Great Ogre. Looks like he's trying to go for game, but not quite going to get it because his opponent does have the Octo Stretch to reduce some of that battle damage. I wasn't sure about this, going for the Tyrantula. What exactly is that play? But he says, Cap, don't worry, I got a backup plan, buddy. I'm going to go for the Apollousa, make sure this guy can't activate any monster effects. I'm also not certain about the Thunder Dragon Titan, but I think he was out of Colossus because, again, Colossus is a win condition against Goki. No searching, no winning for the Goki deck for the most part, but he still ends on a pretty good board. And since the gap in their life points is always, like, it just seems to always be significant, this card is always going to be, like, pretty legitimate. So he's going to try to summon, he's going to get shut down by Apollousa, and that is a wrap for this duel. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed these quick duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.